$4,000 a month for a studio. No bedroom, no outdoor space, and in some buildings, no doorman. If you're relocating to New York City, that number probably just made your stomach drop. But here's the thing, in Gramercy Park, that $4,000 studio might actually be one of the smartest moves you can make. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why. We're going inside a real studio apartment in Gramercy Park, one of the most coveted, most misunderstood neighborhoods in all of Manhattan. I'm going to show you what $4,000 actually gets you, what to look for, what to avoid, and whether this neighborhood makes sense for your move to New York. Before we dive in, if you are thinking about relocating to New York City, whether you're renting first or you're ready to buy, I want you to know you don't have to figure this out alone. Every single week, people just like you, professionals relocating from Chicago, Los Angeles, Texas, Miami, even abroad, reach out to me for help navigating this city and finding the right neighborhood for their lifestyle and their budget. I'd love to help you do the same. All my contact information is in the description below. Send me a message, tell me where you're coming from, what you're looking for, and I'll personally get back to you. Now, let's go inside this apartment. Alright, so here we are. We just walked in the front door and this is the full apartment. Now before I show you everything in detail, I want you to just take this in for a second. This is roughly 436 square feet for a Manhattan studio. This is actually a solid size. A lot of studios in the city are 400 to 450 square feet, so this one fits in the range. The ceilings are about 9 feet, which feels surprisingly open, and you've got hardwood floors throughout. Those two features alone, ceiling height and hardwood floors, are what separate a livable New York City studio from one that feels like a closet. Let's talk about the kitchen, because this is where a lot of people get surprised or disappointed in New York City apartments. In this unit, you've got a gourmet kitchen with a culinary showcase, outfitted with rich wood cabinetry, stone countertops, and a premium appliance suite including a sub-zero refrigerator, meal range, and Fisher Paykel dishwasher. For a Manhattan studio, this is genuinely above average. Here's what you need to know when touring kitchens in New York City. Always check the refrigerator size. A lot of older buildings have mini fridges built into the cabinetry, and you don't realize it until you've already signed the lease. Also, look at whether the oven actually works. Ask the landlord directly, especially in older pre-war buildings. And counter space, if you cook at all, counter space is your most limited resource in a New York kitchen. One thing to note in this particular unit, there's no island, no breakfast bar, no place to pull up a stool and eat. A lot of Gramercy studios at this price point don't have dedicated dining areas. So you're eating at the coffee table or a small fold-out table in the living area. That's normal, but if dining space matters to you, it's worth asking about when you're touring. The bathroom is small, but well maintained. You've got a bathroom dressed in limestone, serves as a private sanctuary, featuring a glass-enhanced shower, Duvet fixtures, and iconic star-floss pendant lighting. Many studio apartments, particularly in newer developments, offer only a basic stand-up shower and limited design consideration. For a lot of people, relocating from homes with larger bathrooms, this is the hardest adjustment in New York City apartment living. What I tell relocation clients all the time, the bathroom is usually the last thing the landlord renovates. So it's one of the best indicators of how the building has been maintained overall. If the ground is clean, the fixtures aren't rusty, and the water pressure is solid, those are green flags. In this unit, the bathroom was renovated, which is a genuine plus at this price. Storage is a silent killer in New York apartment hunting. You find a beautiful apartment, you fall in love with it, and then you realize there is nowhere to put anything. In this studio, you've got one large walk-in closet. For a studio, that's actually really good. Here's my rule of thumb for relocation clients. Before you sign any lease in New York, count the linear feet of closet space and make sure it's at least 12 to 15 linear feet for a studio. If it's less than that, you'll be living out of bins and under bed storage within a month. Also, pay attention to whether closets have built-ins or just empty rods. Built-ins can double your usable storage without adding a single square foot. The apartment itself is only part of the equation in New York City. The building matters just as much, sometimes more. Built in 2007 and comprised of 207 apartments across 21 stories, the building has a 24-hour doorman, live-in superintendent, and 2,600 square feet state-of-the-art fitness center with sauna and steam room. There is a full-floor residence lounge featuring an outdoor terrace with a marble fireplace as well as a library, screening room, and billiards room. To top it off, a landscape roof dock provides cabanas and skyline views. Cold storage is available for deliveries, and the building is equipped for Verizon 5s. At $4,000 a month, those amenities are factored into the price. And in Gramercy, you're paying a premium for the neighborhood as much as the square footage. If you're comparing this to newer luxury buildings downtown or in Hudson Yards, those buildings often have more amenities: pools, concierge services, co-working lounges, but the apartments themselves can feel like hotel rooms, very polished and very generic. Now, let's talk about what you're actually buying when you pay $4,000 for a studio in Gramercy Park, because the neighborhood is a huge part of the value here. Gramercy Park is one of the few truly quiet, residential feeling neighborhoods in Manhattan. It sits between 14th and 23rd Streets, roughly between Park Avenue South and 2nd Avenue. It's not touristy like Midtown. It's not loud and nightlife heavy like the East Village right to the south. It's the kind of neighborhood where people actually know their neighbors, where there are real restaurants that have been there for 20 years, and where you can walk to work whether your office is in Midtown, Flatiron, or the Financial District. The crown jewel of the neighborhood is Gramercy Park itself, a private lot park that is accessible only to residents of the surrounding buildings. If you live in one of the qualifying buildings, you get a key. That's not marketing language. That's literally how it works. Not every apartment in the neighborhood gets a key, so if that matters to you, ask specifically about park access before you sign. In terms of transportation, Gramercy is served by the 4, 5, 6 trains at 23rd Street, the L train at 14th Street, and the NQRW trains at Union Square, which is a 10-minute walk. It's not the most transit-saturated neighborhood in Manhattan. If you need to get to the west side regularly, you'll be taking the crosstown bus or a subway detour. That's a real consideration for some people. But for anyone commuting to Midtown, the East Side, or downtown, the access is excellent. The food scene in Gramercy is underrated. You've got Pete's Tavern, which is the oldest continuously operating bar in New York City. You've got a handful of really solid local spots that aren't on every tourist list. And you're walking distance from the Union Square Green Market, which runs 4 days a week and is one of the best farmers markets in the entire country. Let me be direct about who this apartment is a great fit for and who it might not be. This studio is a great fit if you are a single professional or a couple relocating to New York City who prioritizes location, neighborhood quality, and building character over raw square footage. If you work in Midtown or downtown, you want a quiet block to come home to. and you want to feel like you actually live in New York City rather than inside a building. Gramercy delivers that in a way few neighborhoods can. This is not the right fit if you work from home full-time and need dedicated office space. A 436 square foot studio will feel very small very quickly if you're staring at it 24 hours a day. In that case, you'd want to look at one bedrooms, probably starting around $5,200 to $5,800 in this neighborhood. Or consider a neighborhood like Astoria, Hoboken, or Park Slope, where your money goes significantly further. It's also worth saying $4,000 a month for a Manhattan studio is mid-range, not premium. If you've been reading about New York prices from afar and this number shocks you, know that studios in the West Village, Tribeca, or on the Upper East Side overlooking Central Park can easily run $5,000 to $7,000. Gramercy gives you Manhattan quality at a price point that's generally competitive for what you're getting. So let's bring it all together. For $4,000 a month, here's what you're getting in this Gramercy Park studio. 436 square feet layout, a renovated kitchen with full appliances, a glass enclosed shower bathroom, hardwood floors, high ceilings, generous closet space, a full-time doorman, live-in super, and a roof deck in one of the most livable, well-located neighborhoods in Manhattan. Is it perfect? No. It's a studio. You're going to feel the size on day 2 of working from home or when a friend comes to visit. But as an entry point into Manhattan living, a place to land, get your bearings, build your New York life, this is genuinely strong apartment in a genuinely great neighborhood. If you're relocating and trying to figure out if New York is right for you, or which neighborhood fits your lifestyle and your budget, that's exactly what I help people with every week. If this video helped you understand what $4,000 gets you in Manhattan, then you're going to want to watch this video where I give you the complete, honest comparison of 2 of New York City's most iconic neighborhoods, Upper East Side versus Upper West Side, so you can make the best decision for your move to New York City. That video is on screen right now. Go watch it, and I'll see you there.